Oh yeah!
Right, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Rhett, welcome. You were faster in the chat than I was to get the game up and loading, because it actually had a small update over Steam. I don't think it's a new patch. Just for whatever reason, they had to push a small update through Steam, so it took like an extra 30 seconds to get up and running, but, well, alright, well here we are. Today we're going to work on both parks. We're going to do a little bit with the Viking, and we're going to do a little bit with the, uh-oh. Oh, it's there. I don't know why I have a local save file for this. But it is available there, so... Anyway, what I'm gonna do is... What? I don't know why that Tropical Park... I mean, I have the one that I downloaded yesterday, but it doesn't have the stuff I did. We're going to start with the Viking Park, and I'm going to figure out the Tropical one here in a bit. Alright, we're in. Oh. That is not... That is not what I wanted. Hey, Blue, how are you? Alright, I need to check something out. Let me go into the sandbox collaborations and see... Why don't I have this save and the save of the Tropical? It's like it deleted. Maybe it's when I uploaded it to, You're the last remaining collaborator for this park. If you leave, it will be deleted? Why? Oh, you know what? Okay, so that's how you get the save back on there. So I can kind of do what I want with it. And then... What is this? What is that? That is the screen that you see when you do collaborating. How do you join it? I don't know. I'm not actually really sure how the collaboration works. It was a struggle getting it set up, but I'm probably gonna... I'm saving local copies, and I'll probably delete them and upload them again later. Okay, and this is the version that has everything in this park that we did. So I'm gonna save it as new. What's my code for the parks? Well, they're not on the workshop, and I'm not sure if you share a code for collaboration. I'll look into it. So if we go back here and select park... Okay, so these are the versions that are collaboration. And then I think what you have to do... Probably have to add... friends in. I'm not sure really how it works. So, in the meantime... Alright, so let's go into select park. This is the one that I... Nope, that is not. Sorry. That's the one I want. Let's load that up. Sorry, it's taken a couple minutes to get started, guys. I'm already on late. I spent the first hour home after work trying to fix a ceiling fan. Gotta go, you will be back. Alright, Rhett, we'll see you then. And then, we can turn the fixed lighting, set that to noon, so we can see a bit better. Then I had to take a shower, get laundry going. It's currently in the dryer, so at some point I will have to get up and fold laundry. All of that fun stuff. Excuse me. Oh yes, we lost almost everything we did yesterday, but we didn't spend a lot of time in the park. It ended up being just demoing the pools and demoing that ride, much to a lot of people's disappointment. I feel like if we needed to do a mid-course, it would have to be here. But it would lose so much momentum. Yeah, it's still traveling with a good bit of speed there. You may live stream tomorrow if you have time. Awesome. So yeah, already kind of off to a late start. It's because I was taking care of a bunch of stuff here, but I really did want to stream tonight, so I like how that's coming out. I feel like we need to build outward. But I really think it would be a good idea just to shut these pools down. I could go back into the other one and replace the ride, but I'd rather not delete it right now because I think we could do a better job of fixing that up at some point. So we're gonna delete these pools and kind of do what we did yesterday. We do pool extras. Not nature, so the only thing that should be selected is the chairs. And it is, that's good. So let's take all of these, everybody up. Sorry to mess with your sun lounging, but I have work in the park to do. We'll place those there for now. We'll clean all of that up later. Next thing to do would be grab those. Same thing. Place them over here. Maybe kind of like that. I don't want the path. So let's get out of that, go into the multi-select tool properly. I don't know if that might be a small bug or something like that, but when you select that stuff just outright, even with the filters, it still is picking up the paths. And it shouldn't be doing that. Now we'll go into the delete tool. We're gonna delete pool extras and pools, but we'll leave everything else as is. I don't want to delete the lifeguard chairs. Gonna play Planet Coaster while you're watching? Alright. Sounds like a good plan. Alright, and that one is empty too. Same thing, we can go ahead and clear this. We'll clean all this area up over here at some point. Because what I think we're going to do is redo this plaza over here. That can hopefully get some people over to the kind of water park area proper. I think we may need to redo that at some point here. A lot of people stuck? Oh. Yeah, a lot of people just stopped. They liked it. They're going over to other rides. That's a good sign. Maybe we'll shut that down, let the queue clear out and do a little rework. We might even relocate it, kind of move it back further. But we're not going to delete this ride. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's just delete that. Undo what we kind of slipped up before. I'm going to keep that, actually. Can I invite you to a franchise? You could. Oops. We'll move this lifeguard chair over here just for now. give these guys something. That way they can take breaks. Same with that one, and then I think there's one more will also. Hey, Shem! Welcome. What happened with the coaster I removed? I actually reverted and went back to the save file that I still had the coaster in place. I'm not going to remove it. It's too popular, I think. Even though I may remove it in the future, I think for now I just want to keep it. So we'll hold on to it. Is there one more? Oh, there are two, no, three more. Wow. Ah. Although they're all on solid path. I'll figure out exactly how I want to reconfigure this. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Actually, this is really neat scenery here. I like that you kind of go through the stone walls with the runes on them and stuff like that. Or not the runes, but the kind of the etching and stuff. Oh, and it's over the water too. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Alright. Oh, welcome back, Rhett. That was fast. And I think what we'll do is we go with a straight line and angle snap. And tie that in just like that. Oh, we may have to do like a little bit of a path edit or something. We'll go two more out. And then we need to remove the one where the line starts. And we'll build it through that. Same thing. And whatever is missing, we'll stamp over it. We'll clean up the foundations and everything in a moment. It's a little wonky how that got affected in this. Alright, let's fix that real quick. Foundation on. The railings can stay on. We may change the type or color of the railings here in a bit, and we'll just do the brush. Same thing back here. Okay. Oh, we could even make a couple, like maybe a statue and some fountains over here. It's a pretty good sized wave pool. I'm just almost thinking the shallow section, or the swimming section, is a little bit short. We could even build it back one. Working on a tropical park, do you have any tips for the park? The scenery is really good. So, I mean, I personally like it a lot. So definitely use a lot of scenery. You've got a lot of good ride options. You know, surf coaster. If you build a good surf coaster, that's... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, now we need to select these. Oh, come on. Pool extras. 2, 3, 4, and... We'll actually do advanced move. Right there should be good. You just spent 3 hours trying to get profiling right on custom inversions only to delete the coaster out of frustration and stick a pond in its place. Oh man! That sucks. Yeah, sorry that didn't work out. They are very tough to do. Takes a lot of practice. Man, well now we've got this kind of wonky custom support there. 4 meters being minimum on console with lack of mods too makes it frustrating at times. Well, 4 meters I think is the minimum for most coasters in this. So, I mean that shouldn't really make much of a difference. But the lack of mods, I definitely understand how that can have a real impact on your ability to do stuff. 1 second here. It was hot today. I've been thirsty all day. It certainly doesn't help that I ate a lot of salty or greasy food at lunch. What paths should you do? Let's see here. It kind of depends on what you're going for. So, I like the sandstone path, it's what you use around pools a lot. This mosaic wooden path, maybe. The jazzy mosaic, you could change the color of the stones, so that's a pretty good customizable one. I'm not particularly fond of the rustic path for the tropical theme. Cobblestone, if you're going to be kind of in a rocky area. The vertical wooden plank or horizontal wooden plank are good. The square flagstones is okay. It's kind of similar to the sandstone, and sandstone I think is the default for the pools. So really any of those should be okay. How do you connect a wide log flume? Oh, no, that's tracked rides. I mean, it should be pretty much the same as any, you know, any other one. Even the narrow ones. It just has a little bit bigger track for the wider boats. So, but I haven't built... Oh, it was just glitching? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't really done any wide log flumes. That's a good sized wave pool, so I think we'll work with this, but I don't like how that one coaster support is in the way. So now we'll figure something out with that. Alright, let's go back over here. And what I think we can do...
Lualo Nepin Bonner. Uhu Kambanu.
Alright, let's do the multi-select and move these. We don't need body dryers over here. Scenery props, facilities, and building pieces. We'll go with those two and that there. And we can just pick that up and move it completely. They're going to be much more necessary over here. So I'm not really focusing much on the location of them right now. I just want to get them over to where they're more practical, and we'll fine-tune all the scenery around that. Oh, excuse me. We already have changing rooms over here, but it wouldn't hurt to have some... Oh, look at that. Those people are running pretty quick. Maybe some additional ones right there, just for a little while. And then... I think the restrooms can stay over here. We might move them slightly around here as we reconfigure stuff, but for now, I would say those are okay. Paths are going to get a little choked off here until we really kind of clean them all up. We can also move that, kind of tie the path back together this way. And then we're not going to delete that ride, as I mentioned, but we're going to try to kind of streamline some of the paths over here. And it doesn't make sense to have two pools, even though it's popular in a high traffic area. I think it just makes more sense to have everything kind of in a centrally located. Angle snap off. And we've got that there. Nice wide path over here. I would kind of like to try to clean that up a little. I think this might get shut down. It's not really getting anybody riding it. Awkward support made me think of the Smiler. Rather than demolish the restrooms that occupied the site it was built on, Alton Towers had Gerstlauer build really wacky supports around the building. That's actually pretty creative, though. I mean, it may look wacky, but then it kind of becomes a little bit of a standout, yeah, certainly on a small scale, but a standout feature of the ride or the ride area. Alright, we're gonna rebuild that drop tower somewhere else. Just something new. Okay. I know that pathing's gonna be a little awkward for a little bit. Now, I suppose what we also could do, let's actually, come on. It's not even attached to the building. Alright, now we can move the entire thing. There's room for it right here. So we'll put that there for now. It's the two main drops the supports are for. Oh, okay. Alright. Now we can separate that there. We'll move that lifeguard chair here in a moment. And what we'll probably do is tie this path together. I know we're doing a fair bit of reprofiling kind of over here. But what I think we need to do is try to tie this together. There's a lot of narrow paths, a lot of turns that kind of make this area awkward. We might even redo some of the land right over here. Try to build a station maybe. But that's for later. That's not high on my priority list today. We'll move that right there for now. And then... yeah, see, this is where we need to widen the path a little. There's really nothing out over this way, except some facilities that staff would need to get to. Miserable, really? I wonder what's up with that. Staff building is far, it wasn't available. She wasn't happy, then then it got better, and then again, I don't know. We might need to add additional staff facilities, so yeah. Have to look at that. It's rare I run into that problem. Okay. You know what? We're gonna move that back in. And we're gonna delete these added paths. That'll give us a little room to do maybe some small-scale scenery work over here. I kind of want to keep that in place, but we may relocate it. I don't think it really serves much purpose for the ride. We'll adjust all of those chairs. It's a little odd how the cube bumps right up against the pool deck too, so we might clean that up. We might clean this up. It's a little bit of an awkward gap there. Okay. I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of time working on this park tonight, but I don't know. If we get into it, then maybe we will. Need some wacky custom supports, yeah. Oh, yuck! Let's get somebody to take care of that there. Call it the Viking swing. That is a cool concept for a coaster, but we really need to figure out a way to make it accommodate more trains, I think. Oh, look at that. That line is almost full for the train. That train might take a full load of people. And people, not really many on this one. Oh, but that's cool. Take a look at this. This is the first time I've actually seen where it appears that a number of people stay on the train to the next, like, station. They don't all get off at the next one. Choo-choo, climb aboard. Oh, wow. Trains fall. Oh, well, there's one right behind it. Okay. And that one has a whopping 2 people. Yeah. That right there, though, is a beautiful sight. An almost full train going toward the back of the park. That is good to see. And then that train's backed up at the station as well. Where are the others? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. Fourth one must be. Or do we only have 3? I don't know. That's got a good number of riders on it, though. There's not many people on this one. Ride is such high capacity, and there's just not a lot of people getting on it. Alright, back to here. Maybe we can put a couple things in this ride's place. I think maybe what we could do... I want to keep the path running here. So what we might do, sorry people, is I just very nonchalantly delete all of the path. Tie that like that. There's kind of a plaza. There's room for something right here. We'd have to tie that back together. Can't beat a choo-choo train, especially the ones that give really good views of coasters in a park, etc. Yeah, even if they just have good scenery. One really cool thing about the sky ride, the cable cars at Busch Gardens, is you actually go into a midway station, and you can't exit. But they have people to kind of shuttle the cars through the turn. And on the second half of the ride, you get an incredible view of Cheetah Hunt. And I actually got footage of the car going through the barrel roll on Cheetah Hunt as my cable car passed the ride. It was awesome. I have that footage on my GoPro. I'm gonna have to share that. Even though my trip was all the way in March, I might consider doing like a small vlog, or even just kind of uploading the POVs that I took of all the different coasters that I went on at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. Maybe just showcase a couple other things in the park. It was a nice one, yeah. And look at how narrow that is. So what I think we could do... is people don't really need to get over this way. So what we're gonna do here is cut that path. This will leave these temporarily inaccessible for a short time. But we're gonna relocate a lot of these anyway. Oh, she moved. Okay. Maybe we'll curve this path around kind of here and have it a little bit more seamlessly transition. Let's actually do that. We can tear this up. We'll go with just width 4. I know these people are stuck for a bit. For right now, we'll put that there. We're going to relocate a lot of these. Alright. And let's build that kinda... Oh. We're tight on space here. We may have to redo some of this terrain right here. Alright, let's take away the water for a short time. That is a little awkward angle. I don't know, maybe like that. Oh, it's not following terrain. Yikes. Okay. That one is low. There we go, that's where we want that. Roughly. Can anyone here name my new roller coaster? It is a launch lift, sit down over shoulder. Oh, kind of like the Hulk. Any name suggestions? What is it themed around? Like, what's the theme of your ride? Where does this go? Oh, back that way. I know that people are probably not overly thrilled with me demoing all of this path that they need. We're gonna play this game. Alright, let's do it this way. We'll build an elevated bridge. Connect that there. I really don't like the way that looks. Now everything is linked back up though. We may redo a lot of that. We might kind of do some of that there. Let's tie that there together, tie that together. Alright, it's looking a little more workable. At least we have a more defined kind of way around. Maybe a bit like Voltron and Tesla theme at Europa Park. Ooh. Voltage. That's cool. I like that idea. Hey, Brawl Mike, welcome. The centerless wheel looks good. Yeah, people complain, oddly enough. They complain that the ride time is too long, and it just has no theming around it. Alright. I'm gonna be up from my computer for a couple minutes. Gotta fold laundry. Because I showered late and waited to do my laundry until after I showered. Thanks to what was supposed to be, but, you know, my expectations were a 10 to 15 minute small electrical job with the ceiling fan, and it took me right about an hour. So just bear with me as I get this folded. Should be less than, I would say, maybe 5 minutes. I do like the idea of the name voltage for that drive tire launch sit down looper. Back and check chat here real quick. Take that. Oh yeah, okay. And a heads up, I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow. It's not likely. There's a chance I will be, but I would not count on me streaming tomorrow, because I'm going to be out late, I'm going to be home late. If I do, it will be a fairly late start. One thing I think I should do is set up to do like the stream start, stream pause, or not pause, but be right back screen and the ending or something like that. That definitely does give a little bit more, like, I don't know if this is right, but in my mind it kind of gives a little bit more of like a Twitch vibe or something like that, which I'm not really going for. But I guess it would be fair. You know, at least if somebody comes in and sees something not moving around and nobody talking, then you probably have an idea what's going on. But let's see. Names I'm good at, building and theming not so much. Hey, I don't know what to use for the sign, there are too many to pick. Let me look into that. I need to step away for a moment. I just come back to check on chat here. Alright, so let's go to signs. So, I'm thinking for voltage, if it's gonna be like an electric sort of theme, you might maybe check out the sci-fi wall sign. Hell, that's actually pretty thin. Right, be right back on a sign in the park and leave your screen zoomed in on that. Oh, that's... that's actually pretty creative. I'll give you that. That is clever. And if we're not going with that, then probably your other best bet would likely be just the regular Planet Coaster theme. And they've got so much. Editable text sign. I'll be honest, I mean, it is really quite generic, but the Planet Coaster signs... Oh, safety sign 1. Safety sign 2. Stay on the path. Exit. Stop. No entry. They do have a really wide range of stuff to use. Oh, here you go. There you go. So right here, it's in the Planet Coaster theme, and you've got the lightning bolts. So you've got two different styles of them. That's what I would go. Oh, they have shooting star. That's cool. Surfboard. I'm surprised it's not the resort theme. Sushi. That's a Haya sushi sign right there. Pizza. Hot dog. Tacos. Oh, burrito. That's a taco, not a burrito. What? Burgers. That's perfect. Burger joint. Yeah, we could do like a giant like chief beef sort of area. Alright, I'm gonna step away real quick and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about the delay, folks. Alright. So, we need a food location somewhere. I mean, you're not too terribly far from this, but I'm thinking maybe back here, especially as we expand further back. But I just had a little bit of a radical... it's probably not radical, but something wild for me. Just kind of a little spur of creativity. And I want to give it a shot. Man, I've been drinking water like crazy today. This is probably my 5th or 6th bottle of water. This is good for you. It's actually very important, especially when it's as hot and humid as it is. Alright. So let's find a good location for this. We have the sushi place. We have a restaurant here. There's Viva la Vegan. There's the restaurant back there. What is everything here? Gelato Bros, Splash Emporium, hats. Those are guest service desks. And that's a slush hour. We can do one right over here. Maybe what we'll do is kind of arrange some of that. But y'all are gonna laugh at me when I do this. I'm sure of it. It's fine. Gonna change to a rustic path. Some sort of a stamp builder. We can clean a lot of that up. Maybe what we'll do is kind of place a plaza. I love my octagons, don't judge. Or judge, I don't care. We'll do one kind of like that there. Go in, do the stamp delete size 1. Get that lined up. Try to get this as close to center as possible. That is pretty good. I've gotten pretty good at doing these octagon plazas like that, if I may say. Okay, and we're gonna build. I think we can get rid of a bunch of these, or not get rid of, but relocate. We'd probably need a guest service desk over by the pool, one toward the entrance. I think we already have one at the entrance. Clear theme. It is time. It is time. Would it be messed up if we took a Viking building and... So let's do this. And we'll see how it looks, and if it doesn't look good, then we can do a custom building. What I'm thinking... Set that right about there. And now let's go into here, clear that out. We'll go back into brand. Oh, that's tacky.
Tasty.
Yeah, I think that does kind of take away. What we can do is maybe... I actually do like the way that looks, but it's... And then what we could do... It's too large. Oh, yes. I think that might be a little tacky, but we're going... We're gonna go hard with the Chief Beef theme here. Alright, let's go ahead and add a Viva La Vegan shop here. Just kidding. Dale, how are ya? Your park is looking better than ever per usual. Don't stop believing. Let me know when you're ready for a collab. I set that up. I might may let some of you all work on my parks. We're gonna need to move that back slightly, I think. Very Six Flags inspired. Oh, come on! I don't know about that. Turn auto stacking off. Alright. These two... Oh, come on. Maybe we do multi-select. Oh, no! Well, I got both of them. Interesting. Alright. Slide them backwards so there's no, no clipping. Alright, that should be good. This is better than Six Flags. You need my help on your parks? Oh, well, let's see what I can do. And then, what if we add... And now there's an ad for, the Big Food logo on a nicely themed building. It's not your fault what the game gives you to work with. Ah, okay. Yeah, you know I might actually place those back. We could do like a freestanding sign somewhere. I think if we got rid of that there. We could turn the audio off on that. It's just kind of a display thing. Chief Beef mascot video. Did it freeze? Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. We can turn the audio off on that too. Put 4 TVs in the middle of that? Oh, man. Well, I'm thinking about adding the scenery back, and what we even could do is just do 1 TV, do the ad right in the middle of it. That may actually make more sense. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could even... Because then we could do... We could do something up there. Oh, it's sideways. Yeah, we're not doing that. Take the text away. We can get rid of that TV. I want to make custom food menus, but you never get inspired to do it. I thought about experimenting with that a little bit. I think in the meantime we could tie that together somehow. Let's... Oh gosh, no. That's what I want to use. For all of this. Rather than that sandstone for the pools. Keep that there if we needed to. Put Chief Beef signs where the TVs were.
Tasty.
I would do a freestanding. I do like the logo. The way that looks there. So, use the lettering and name it Viking Burgers. Ooh, we could do that, but then you don't really have the custom signs unless you build one from scratch, and then that becomes difficult. But the problem is those signs are actually made to be vertical text, and it did not look good. Burger Viking. Hey, free kills, welcome. We could always set a few. benches here. We'll definitely need to add a couple garbage bins. Maybe one there. Yeah, that's actually really creative. Alright. Oh, we need to go back through and finish stamping the rest of that. Let me see if it's possible to use a different sign. Props, signs. Yeah, so that's what they have, and it's vertical by default. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. So we'll take those off, and oh, that actually looks cool when you take that off there. Alright, where the TV needs to be bigger, we can scale it a little bit. It's a bit better. Am I playing in sandbox mode? Yes, I am. That's most of what I do. I've done a few of the, like, just the starting campaigns and stuff. And it'd be cool to say, like, brought to you by Chief Beef. Alright, need to get up early for work. We'll finish watching the stream later. See you next time you're on, and like to be a part of any franchises you set up if you have space. I will definitely, definitely let you in. When I figure out how to do it, I'll have to let you all know. Too bad you can't import images, use Photoshop to add Vi in front of Burger King logo. I think it actually is possible, but yeah, it would take a lot of work off stream, out of game to set that up, but that actually would be cool. And you can actually make different types of, burgers, and you can add... Excuse me. You could do regular burger, cheeseburger, gluten-free. Alright. Well, let's see what we want to do with all of these. I think a lot of these can be relocated. We don't really need guest service desks over here. I mean, it's okay to have one here or there scattered, but we don't really need two. And then there's the other food. I want to try to clean this plaza area up a bit. This park is jam-packed. 5,500 people in the park right now. That's actually a pretty sizable crowd. I'm always blown away by how busy this coaster is, considering it really is not one of the better coasters in the park. Honestly, don't know a ton about Planet Coasters, but they seem fun considering picking it up. This game is so much better now than it was when it came out. They've added so much stuff that was missing from its initial release. It's a much better game now. What do you normally play? Do you do another like theme park series or something like that, or? I feel like probably we should go ahead and clean up this entrance. Haven't played Theme Park Sim since Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I love building creative games. Spent countless months building in Minecraft and the like, and used to design virtual worlds for SL. Oh, nice. Yeah, you'd have a ton of fun in the sandbox mode with this game. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what we wanted to get rid of there. We could even expand that a little bit here. I think this entire entrance plaza probably should be done. Been watching a lot of PC2 content and have a lot of fun ideas. That's awesome. Yeah, I would say this is a game worth getting now. I would have picked it up during the summer sale if you had that ability. But I mean, it's not too late. I mean, the game is still quite worth getting. stamp that over for now, and we'll kind of work on redoing some of that. In the meantime, yeah, because this is really sloppy. This is the first large park that I've done, and I built this way back before I really knew how all the pathing and the stamps and everything worked. Just this big blob of pavement in the middle. It's super crowded over here, so I mean, I guess I can kind of understand, but it'd be better to kind of isolate this from the main plaza. I will say it does take a lot of practice to get, you know, used to building and stuff like that with the building pieces, the scenery, and to get them to line up and arranged the way you want. It does take practice, but it's doable. Look at the line for the train. Where even are they right now? All three of them are stacked. Wow. These people are going to be waiting a fair bit of time for this train to get back. Alright, let's go blueprints and see kind of what we can do for... I feel like we would need to set multiple of these up to get that to function kind of as intended over like the park entrance. Well, we'll look at that. You know what we could even do is build that further back. Build the plaza closer in and then kind of clear out some of the paths and stuff like that to there. Look at that! Random piles of puke at the entrance gate. Out of all places, that's quite odd. Alright, watch the people get on this as fast as they can. Two trains stacked. All three of them stacked right here. And I think that's probably due to kind of how a lot more people are using this first station. We could even tie that in kind of over here if we wanted to. We might even consider making longer trains. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Finish kind of pathing that over. Whoa. Huh. And add the railings back in there. Now this is crazy. I think we really need to set up. This over here is also quite cluttered. Tie that in a little better. Alright, so now we have a little more contiguous path around the park. I think we need to clean this up, maybe redo this plaza over here that leads into the water area. And reposition that entrance maybe. ride is dated. I feel like we need to add some scenery, and I really kind of want to do a rework with this ride as well. Yeah, line is already getting long over here at this station. I think we need to change the dispatch times of the trains a little bit. I'd like to clean that up a bit. I'd like to try to theme the areas a little bit better as well. But I'm gonna open it up kind of to you all, because I'm thinking about switching. Alright. And we'll open that up there. No, you are not. I kind of do like this mosaic path, but a little awkward of a setup. This pool's getting a little attention. I think since we tore out the other ones, maybe we should add like a proper dive pool or something like that. We have a little bit of room to work back, but not much. We've got a lot of room to expand outward. Yeah, we really need to redo all the supports on that there. That's a nearly full train. I mean, this ride is getting actually a good number of people. We redo some of the terrain. here kind of lurking while you're working. I hear ya. I do that occasionally myself. Doing a little painting here. Just I don't like when you have grass underwater. It just doesn't look right. So try to... I think one additional thing I'd want to do with this park, it's... I mean, you've got tall mountains everywhere, and it's... I mean, I don't expect to fill the map with mountains, but it's a little flat for my liking. Alright, let's see where we're at in the poll. Alright, 2 votes, 1 for each. I need a third. I need a tiebreaker. Oh, look at those boulders. Set something up like that there. Gotta head off for now. Alright, have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, man. We'll see what we can do. I still need a tiebreaker vote. Alright, that should look a bit better now that we have that kind of fixed out. Man, I'm really glad I got my ceiling fan taken care of. I can run it on full power comfortably now. Now look at that line again. Excuse me. Oh, Apachapo, welcome. Somebody's voted. Oh, it was you. Okay, definitely tropical. All right. Give me a minute and we'll switch over to that. Feel like that's the Grand Park. Yeah, this one actually is more people. But it's definitely less refined. I'm doing okay. How are you? Oh, we're out of power over here. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that's why. Can't wait to see what you do with the water park. Yeah. That was on my list today. That I wanted to spend more time with that. I need to figure out where to place this at the moment. I feel like maybe doing an isolated kind of area to Alright, let's actually just do this real quick here. It doesn't look great, but will. We'll redo that at a later date. Just got home, showered and stuff, saw you, got on. We'll do be tuned in. Ha! There you go. Ha! Alright, let's go ahead and save over that. And... Alright. Now that that's taken care of. So 2 people wanted to switch, one wanted me to stay with what I had, and several other people didn't vote. That's fine. Some people maybe aren't comfortable with it, or might not have, you know, the easy ability to get in on a poll. But that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch over to this here. Yeah, there we go. So yesterday we did a little bit of work in the pirate area here. Got that started at least. Stupid. That is pretty cool. Okay. I do want to focus on water stuff today. The Gerstflower would have been nice last night. Fell asleep, but rewatched one. You figure out that you should do it. Yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna place that. I've kind of been starting to struggle with ideas for this park, just because I've already done a lot with it. And I mean, I'm not maxed out on ideas, but I do feel like it's getting a little bit tough with this. Can scale that. It probably would look better if we scaled individual pieces accordingly, but I think that's fine. That's just there for now. Alright. I think all of these shops will kind of move around. we've got the entrance over here, we've got one over here. Maybe we could add one over here. I don't know yet. We've got a lot of extra room to build right here. One thing I thought of doing, and it's not too late, is turning this more into like an ocean, not like the aquatic theme per se, but I mean you kind of have that over here too. This was going to be like a jungle-themed area. I haven't really done much with it. This here is a bit awkward, needs to kind of be reprofiled. Alright. Now I'm wondering, should we keep this? This seems really popular. It's perfect for the water park. I mean, the theming is right on point for it. I don't know if we need to keep this up here. And my thought is it's less crowded. It has a good crowd. But you have this odd tunnel going up to the ride, or the water slides there, and then it just doesn't even really connect. So I'm thinking what we could do is build like a set of stairs over here. I do like the lookout kind of setup that it has, but I think we'll reconfigure the deck around this pool. To think you've been watching since the beginning. Yeah, I remember when I started this park. I mean, we already have. This is definitely the better wave pool. Actually, this is pretty much nobody in it. 325. And that has double the prestige, and it's half full, and it has better capacity. I think we're gonna shut that down. Yeah. I feel like if we redid this, made it wider, it would have a little bit less like awkward seating and stuff like that. So I think we can demo this pool and maybe move the restaurant over so you get kind of a better view of the ride. So maybe we'll look at that, but we'll have to be careful about the placement of the tables, because you can't have them too far away from the restaurant itself. So tell you what, and this will give us even more room. We're going to go ahead and demo this pool. It's true many water parks do have 2 wave pools. We could build a second one. I remember just working on getting that path right. Let's do it, I'm tuned in. Alright, man. That sounds good. Alright, we're gonna shut this down. People shouldn't have to get up from the tables. I mean, it's half full as it is, so. We can demo these walls. Let's do... make that a little smaller. They can't even... What? Did you see that? They walked here and up through the ground up to their table. I've I've seen weirder things, but that's up there in this game. And what we'll probably do is move that closer toward the edge, make it a little more compact in this area here. Alright, we're gonna shut this down. We'll let everybody finish their food, and then we'll gonna start working on that. These will get moved. We'll redo the path out along this. We've got room for some additional water stuff. Some scenery. I want to keep this pool, but I want to redo the deck. I think the first thing we'll add is, do we want to... I don't think we're going to do the lazy river over here. I think we'll use this for some additional water slides. We'll probably start redoing some of this over here. Clean up that path a little bit. Maybe we'll kind of set that up that way. And I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of this, because I really never expanded it the way that I wanted to. And it's debatable what I'm going to do with this ride. It has a good reputation and prestige, but it's just not all that. I guess it fits the crowd for somebody that doesn't really want an overly intense coaster, but there's just not a lot of people going over here. It's probably a little too isolated. I'd love to build more terrain up over here. I really want to do a lazy river that goes under, like, that goes through a tunnel. I think that would be really neat. It'd be cool to do one with a bridge too, but that's just not practical. A tunnel is more likely. A bridge going, like a path bridge going over the lazy river is an option. I feel like that should connect differently too, but I'm not going to mess with it. This should get more attention. So we've got 1, 2, I don't know, maybe we build a path over this way up to here, but it's a little bit crowded. Where would I place the lazy river? So the one that I had that was just didn't really work kind of went along here, through that, and around. But I'm thinking we'd probably place it more in the center, or perhaps over at this edge. Let's move some of these trees, maybe over there. Alright, now that this is almost cleared out, let's look at redoing this here. Gonna go with stamps. I try to get it to lock in. I don't know why I didn't want to do that right around the corner. Table too far. Oh. Alright. Well, let's just delete those then. And then what we'll do... let's relocate that one random tree. Something a little like that. It'd be cool to change the colors to match the ride, actually. That's gonna be a duck blue. Yeah, let's actually do that. And then maybe for that color we'll do silver. And we can space those all out a little more if we need to. And then what I'm thinking we do next... I feel like it might make sense to... So that's enough room here. And we'll fix all of that up. We'll worry about that terrain in a moment. feel like we could space those out a little better. We can get rid of these two kind of awkward exclave sections. Oh, there's a miscellaneous wall underground. Alright, next thing. We'll need to add 20 more, but do we have room? Do we need to maybe expand this outward additional... I think we may as well. Those look pretty evenly spaced. Missed one. We might bring those in a tiny bit closer. Because what we'll need to do is set up, and that's the width I want. Now we need to add, we could bring it back this way. Kind of like that. Alright, then what we'll do is... Really? It's not letting me select multiple. We'll just duplicate these. Oh, they're floating for some reason. Okay. Maybe an advanced move. And then we can just shift those. I'll leave a small open area. And just for reference, we'll do... Oh, look at that! That actually lines up pretty nicely. That'll just be a reference point for kind of the halfway. Alright, let's start cleaning some of this mess up. We can relocate that temporarily. Alright, sorry, but you three, or you four, are gonna have to get up. Yeah. They just start floating. We'll clean all of these up when we redo the... And then, same thing with these right there. Let's get these out of the way and... Oh. No, that was a mistake. Okay, there we go. We'll do that for now. Some awkward sections of path. I feel like we could keep the raised terrain right there underneath kind of this plaza area for now. And then what I think we'll do... Let's actually do that while I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's awkward because of the water. Whoa! That's a mistake. Alright, we'll level all of that down. Hey, Jimpers, welcome. How are you? Oh, you liked the raised up sections? I mean, we can elevate a little bit, but keep in mind what this is for. It's mainly people here can get a good view of the... It's a shark-themed grill, even though it's on the kind of water park side. I mean, look at the view you get right there. Of the ride. Yeah. I mean, that was why I originally set it up, but then it was kind of awkward because I started back here and I hadn't done anything with the terrain back this way at the time. Other than just right around here. This was a small lake that wasn't connected to anything else for a long time. And there's, of course, keep in mind this was the second coaster in the park that I did. Oh, you did rebuild it. Okay. How did it come out? And then, I mean, if you're sitting on this side and look out that way, I mean, you get the view of that. We could do a little scenery up front. The other option would be... Oh, and then you get a great view of the monorail and a bridge. But I was gonna say, if you turn the tables around kind of this way, then, I mean, you can see to your left or to your right, which either way. Yeah. Which, that is what I originally intended. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. Let's just place that back for now. I think the next thing we could do... Oh, we're gonna have to level that out a little more. Try to just even it out with the bricks. Or not the bricks, but the rocks. Alright, we'll fiddle with that more in a bit. Alright. Let's turn that down, angle snap. That's more so just for my reference at the moment. It may not stay like that. We couldn't find the park to build it in there, sadly. Yeah, I'll need to re-upload it to the workshop. But I'd be willing to add you on as a collaborator for this. I'd love to see what you can do, kind of fix some of these up. And then what I think we're gonna do... For the moment, we'll do some stamps over here. This is all just for reference at the moment. And then we'll need to figure out we'll move those separately. What I'm thinking is something kind of like this. And then we would do the other one on the other side. We'll adjust the, we'll work on the terrain in a moment. But that's kind of how we're going to set those up. Alright, so let's go in and... I know I said I wasn't gonna do sharp cliffs, but that might actually be the best way to get this kind of the way I intend it. Clear all of this out. Move those in a moment. Yeah, so they're on... Y'all have two on... like one on each side, and the tables will be assigned so that you don't have them kind of awkwardly placed to stay within range. Alright, now we can do that. Now that I know where it's gonna go, we could even do that. So let's do the stamp there. I guess you can't change the elevation within a stamp, per se. I'll work on all of that in a moment. Maybe we add... This, I think, would actually help us place it a little better. Love to mess around with some of the coasters. Yeah, I'd like to see what you can do. Because I know some of these were pretty early on, and even the ones that weren't, I think, could use a little bit of love. I'm not too worried about getting it perfect right now, but I do want this level so it kind of lines up more or less symmetrically for now. Alright, that should be good. If it gets too crowded, the other thing we could do... I mean, do we need multiple staircases? There's enough room for people to get through there. I mean, I had multiple, and I don't think they were really used before. One should be fine. You think it'll work with one? I would imagine it should. Alright, well, we'll redo some of that terrain there in a bit. Just want to make sure people get to it. The other thing we could do is actually build, like, the bamboo walls back up or something like that. Okay. Maybe what we should do over here, though, is widen this. My thought would be something like this. Have I built a wooden coaster in any of these? I have not. I've not built a traditional wooden coaster in this game. And I know that may sound kind of crazy. Never mind, I built a square. If you added benches, put them toward the end connecting to the main path so it doesn't cause build-up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Would be, because I want to widen this and the restaurants are going to connect. There. And we'll put the scenery right over that, kind of like we had. And then we do the same thing with this side. Oh, well, first let's move that. Huh. Have I been on Hurler at Carowinds before? Yes, it sucks. It's rough, it feels like it's got some potholes, and it's just... there's really not much force to it, in my opinion. I would love to see RMC come in and do something kind of like what they did with Hurler at King's Dominion. And I realize that might be a bit of a hot take, but I don't like that ride. Alright, and then we'll line this up in a similar way. Potholes is crazy work. Make sure to save, yes. Yeah. I've got my autosave on, but I'll make sure. I see it actually just hit right there, but I'll make sure to save it. I gotta step away real quick. Just give me a couple minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Have 2 save points as well. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Alright, let me get caught back up here in chat. Is Ricochet any good? I thought it was okay. I didn't mind it. That was a fun ride. It's a wild mouse. Like most wild mice coasters. It's not anything special, but it's actually kind of fun. I had a good time on it. Potholes is crazy work, yeah. Having a wooden coaster in an established park you created and converting it into an RMC is something to... Yeah, that's a good point. In the case of this, I built the RMC, and actually the Viking Park, I built the RMC from the ground up. Okay. Alright, and then the next thing we can move this over. Kind of like that. More or less. Let's actually shift that.
Quiero testar o leaf.
And we can color some of that. The other thing I was thinking about doing, and this might be a little silly of me, but I'm thinking on some of these tables, what if we kind of flipped the colors around a little bit? Well, either way, for now, just checking to see how that lines up. Does it need to be rotated? I think it's actually pretty good there. Just haven't even attempted it yet, but a launch on an RMC a la lightning rod would be good. I don't know. Do they even have the option to do that? Alright, just for fun, I'll check and see. They have drive tires. No, not without mods. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That would actually really be so cool. Oh, you're playing on PS5. Yeah. The other thing we could even do is kind of work some of that there. There are workarounds I've told, but not looked into it. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think that it was available. Okay. Let me clean some of this up. So I think these shops will get moved. Let me finish up with this, and then we can... Well, you know what? We can connect it. Get it open, even though we can still work on some of the customization, but we'll get people the food options. Oh. Okay. Well, wait. Connections. Oh, connect existing. Okay. I'm thinking about alternating some of the colors of these tables. So I'm actually, let's turn that all off, and then we'll just do path extras. And now you get a little bit of an alternate. And then I'm thinking... I just want to see how this looks. If we change the color to the... $392045, okay. Let's just try it with one. I actually kind of like that. Could do kind of a mix of... Or we could even do like a checkerboard of them. I don't know exactly. How... No. Well, let's go back to that. We're gonna need to move. Definitely some trash cans. Checkers is what you were thinking? We could do that. Um, so let's... I like that, and we can... I actually do like the way that looks. Yeah, there we go. It'd be cool to add some scenery right around this. Move a couple of these benches too. Give people a place to sit if they want to. Now, I don't think they can take food and eat here, but they have places to sit if they need it. Suppose a trash can back there. Place those right in the corner. We could even move those to the corner. I think it would look better. Alright, there we go. Alright. Could even delete, maybe like right here and put some sort of a shark statue or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool to change the name, like Jaws Cafe or something like that, I don't know. Okay, that stays. connect that here in a bit. And then what if... No, we don't want to tear that up just yet. And what I'm thinking we could do, though, is start moving some of these shops and dryers. Those are both dryers. That's a staff room. We could definitely move that somewhere. Come back and do terrain work in a bit. Almost feel like we could tear that up. Just route people through that. Possibly... We could do the lazy river right around here. We'd do a little terrain work. Have to move that. Let's see if we can do that somehow. We'll move these and try to do the lazy river. Oop. Kind of right through here, maybe. Be cool to put them right there. Do we have scenery options? Oh, it's just a hat and then the pool ring. That'd be kind of cool. Of course, we won't have them actually, like, walk. Oh, well... What if you got people to walk through that on their way to... yeah, I don't know about that. We've already got plenty of themed stuff right there. We could add a few tables with umbrellas, I suppose. I mean, I'm thinking if we go with a few... Maybe the corners? Maybe something like that. Oh no, so let's actually do it this way. Grab the remaining ones. Alright, now there are some umbrellas up there, so some people can get a little shade if they need it. Alright. We will need to move these. No. Restaurants and hotels would be insane. I know there's only so much that could be squeezed in at the foregoing of other stuff, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I think hotels would be a cool addition. We'll have to move those outward somewhere. Because if we want to start building kind of around here, we need as much room as we can without stuff kind of jetting in the way. Let me... Scenery props, building pieces, facilities? I don't know why that isn't selecting. I can't even select the shops with it. Now, it's probably because the buildings aren't linked to it. Hey, Rhett, welcome back. Alright, let's just do regular move here. We'll move the shops in a moment. And just for now, until we really figure out what we want to do exactly with those, we'll just place those there. Now we can do this. Move those in a line with the resort shop, maybe? That works. Same thing there. And that doesn't have power. Well, okay. Alright, just temporarily. Dang it, you just got back and now I have to go to bed. Oh man, that sucks. Well, it is what it is. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you coming by. You know, you're always welcome. Even if you just stop in and say hello, that's totally fine. Those are covered by other power. We put that back there. Okay. Let's try to round out some of this path here. Curve. And this is again only temporary. We're really not saving much space there. Angle snap off. I know it looks a little awkward, but... Alright. And then... about a little terrain work over here. We want, like, a little bit of a small, sort of, mountain effect. That could probably bear to be smoothed. Oh yeah, it's kind of cut off because of the water. Look at that. That's a bit coarse around the edge. I was thinking of a location to build the lazy river. We'll plan on that there. This is going to get moved entirely anyway. In a bit. We don't have a ton of room to work with, but we can make room. What I think we'll do is we'll end up curving this around. Why not? Let's just see. We'll do that for now. Oh, can't move. Come on, I'm trying to move the chair. Aha! There we go. Not needed over here. We've got enough over there. Maybe just to add an extra one over here, perhaps for a little bit. Sorry in advance to all of you there. You're getting relocated temporarily. Maybe something like that. And for a short time make that available there. We'll move all of these shops again. So let's figure out how do we want our lazy river to go. I'm thinking we don't want it too close to the edge. Is that? No, that's about a similar size footprint as we did before. That should work. We can make it kind of wind around a little more if we need to. Alright, water jets are on. Those are all good. Start with a path. Let's have it go this way. Now we'll switch that to infinity. Now to curve, we can have it go. Okay, there we go. And you've got that nice little tunnel area. I don't think that's too bad. We can do a little bit of a terrain modification.
C'est bon.
Back for in the bushes.
And we can even bring that around a little bit if we wanted to. Can certainly expand this inward. Yeah, that should be fine. We can even try to link up the path around that a bit. Alright, what do we need for lifeguard coverage? Pool extra. Oh, excuse me. So we'll need to place a couple path sections for lifeguards. I feel like that could weave in a little bit more. I mean, it is easy floating through, but it's not straight, but it doesn't really curve a lot. So, I don't know. I bet you we could fix that up a little more. Yeah, I'd kind of like it to curve around a little bit more underneath. There. I'd imagine going on Mako 2 and then just hitting the lazy river. Yeah, right? That would be pretty cool. Alright. I think we want it to go... Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Gives a little more course inside. clean that terrain up and stuff. It's actually right about the height I want it. Do a little work there. Almost feel like we should clear out a small portion of the river to lay the footpath for the lifeguards, because it's going to be a little bit tricky to cover as much as we can. However, definitely doable. Intersecting terrain? Yeah. Okay, this is going to be tough. Oh, that makes a really awkward... around the curve. I think we'd have to demo sections of it outside and place path. That covers most of that, and then we'll do the same thing over here for a section. And maybe, do we want it to... Let's add the additional lifeguard coverage that we need over here first. Which I think is going to be... Alright, what's our pool safety at? 73. What I wish is that you could... Well, you might be able to click it from... Oh, come on. Alright, so we have that. That's good. And we can rotate that a little more if we need to. I think we've got most of that. Alright. And what we can do from here... maybe curve it around. Can delete the path on the inside of the river. And if we add a second lifeguard chair, and rotate it that way, we still cover most of the Alright, we'll do that. That's covered basically to here, so we'll need... Actually, you add one there, we'll have the whole thing covered, I think. We're good. Why does that... Oh, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Did we just break our lazy river again? Nah, that's no good. That's all jacked up. Okay. And this is the problem we ran into before, it's just not leveling out right. Alright, let's get this guy to a staff building quick. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That isn't gonna do it, so we're gonna... I think what we would need to do is level the ground entirely. And we can always build the terrain actually after the fact, so maybe we should do that. It's just completely flatten the ground where we want to build, and then build the terrain up and over it. It really won't let us delete because of intersecting terrain. Come on. There we go.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say that was kind of a waste of time, but not really, because now I figured out the trick. I think.
Uh-huh.
We'll try it at least. How does that look? That looks pretty flat to me. I mean, there might be a couple minor variations or something. We'll have to redo some of that there. Alright. So let's redo that. And we can always actually delete the path later, so we'll start with that. Definitely a straight section first. Is this the park with my surf coaster? Yes, it is. Oh, gosh. Forgot to remove all the old lazy river jets. Wow, and actually they're... I tell you, these things are just tricky. Alright, we should be good there. I think we're gonna pick back up with the lazy river next time. I actually have to delete it. At least we know now where kind of the starting point would be. all messed up from the oops, from the leveling tool. So yeah, well, we'll just have to figure out the configuration of the river that we want to do over here, and then build it. We'll delete the inside paths, and we'll do the terrain after the fact on the inside, and then around like the tunnels and stuff like that. So let's see, it's about 11. I think it's gonna be time for me to get ready to jump off of here for the night. Yeah, by the way, the surf coaster's back here. This could really use some more scenery and, you know, station building, stuff like that. They're gonna love the lazy river. Yeah, I hope so. Just my thought is that might obscure the really good view that you have from over here, though. I mean, not too much. The back half of the ride would be hidden, but you could see all the front half and everything. And, yeah, then you come over here, you'll get a good view. And also, doing that will obscure the, it'll obscure the kind of entrance, which, not that the entrance looks bad, but certainly seeing just a bunch of like monorail stations and kind of bare land out that way really isn't exciting, so I think that would be a good theme for that there. Hey, Combat Bear, welcome. You're catching me right about at the end. I'm getting ready to jump off for the evening. Have you been here? Yeah, you were here last night, or the night before, maybe? I know it's very recent. But yeah, so we'll place the river over here. And have it kind of wind. Maybe almost like a figure 8 that doesn't cross over itself. Kind of like that would be the pattern I'm thinking. But we'll figure that out next time, because it's going to be night, take it easy. Yeah, man, you too, I appreciate you hanging out. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. We'll do more work on that and do some stuff at the water park. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, and I've got to get ready for bed and do some stuff. So, thank you all for tuning in. Come back soon. And as always, until then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you.